I guess we can look at the hip hop side of things first before we get to the general. I know Stan is really excited about this topic. I mean, Stan has been he could not wait to
Bro,
get
he
on
been
here and
calling us
discuss.
about the Grammys. He been what? I'm tired of hearing him talk about the Grammys.
so
No,
so
Stan love the Grammys, Reggie. You
loves the
know he love them.
Grammys. His favorite time of the year. Best rap album went to Kendrick for GNX. Best rap song went to Kendrick for TV Off. Best melodic performance went to Kendrick for Luther. And best rap performance went to the Clipse with Kendrick Lamar for Chains and Whips. Kurt, how'd you feel about the way the hip hop side of things went?
I was kind of disappointed because I just feel like the Clips got done wrong. I feel like Kendrick got best rap song, best rap album, and I feel like the Clip should have got all of it. I feel like the Clip should have had a clean sweep this year.
Mhm.
Like it is no way. Like it was some rap categories that they weren't even nominated for.
Who, Clips?
Yeah,
No, they
they
were in all of them except for best melodic. They were in every other one.
they
Because
they was in they was in song and
yeah,
song and
Birds Don't Sing was there for best rap song. Birds
oh it
Don't
was
Sing
okay.
was nominated. Yeah. Yep.
But I just feel like they should have won everything, dog.
Yeah.
Like Birds Don't Sing by far was
Yep.
the best out of all the songs. Like, and
Mhm.
this is why a lot of people, don't really, especially our
Mhm.
community,
Yep.
don't really respect the Grammys because okay, you can do what you want to do with your music. You know what I mean? Like we don't have too many black country stars. We don't have too many black rock and roll dudes. You know what I'm saying? But hip hop, bro, I feel like they need people like me and you to do the hip hop. Because if they talk to people like us, there's no way GNX wins anything over the Clips this year. Let God Sort Them Out was like it was the best rap album I've heard in a few years, bro. You know, I can't go off my head and just think. But the Clips, I just felt like they're not in touch with the true supporters of hip hop. I feel like it's just a whole bunch of people who listen to music, and once they get to the hip hop, they say, "Well, who's the biggest star? Is it Kendrick Lamar? Okay, we'll give it to Kendrick Lamar. Who's the biggest name? Who was on the radio the most? Kendrick Lamar. Now, being on the radio more than the Clips doesn't make it a better song. Doesn't make it a better album. Just because they got more plays, the Kendrick is he's more universally liked. But the Clips are more culture conscious, like in terms of like what we want out of. And GNX wasn't even that great. Wasn't even. I told you it's an average, maybe slightly above average album at best. You know, I just feel like a lot of people don't respect the Grammys because they're not in touch with what's real with us. Bro, the Clips had the best album, they had the best song, they had the best
Mhm.
performance, they had the best production. Bro, they had the best of everything this year, and they still let Kendrick Lamar clean sweep. I knew Kendrick was going to clean sweep. We've gotten accustomed to him. They just love Kendrick, bro. So while I won't hate on Kendrick because I do think he's the type of artist that deserves respect, but I just think this year,
Mhm.
I don't think he should have walked away with anything. I think it should have been all Clips, Malice, Pusha T, Pharrell, and even when the Clips won, Kendrick Lamar was on the song. Like,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean,
I told you that was
and
gonna
I ain't
happen.
gonna
Yeah.
lie, Chains of Whips. Now,
Yeah.
Chains of Whips, they got
Yeah.
that right. That was the
Yeah.
best song. It
For sure.
was,
For
but
sure.
why was Chains and Whips nominated and not Birds Don't Sing? Birds Don't
Ah.
Sing is a better.
Yeah, I don't know what's the thing because it's best rap performance and then it's best rap song. So I don't quite know what's like the difference. I had to look it up. I don't know if there's a definition the way it is for like song of the year and record of the year. I don't know if it's a definition for rap
Like a
performance,
rubric.
rap
I need to
song.
know
Yeah,
what's the rubric that they following. What's the genetic makeup of the song of the
exactly,
year? I need
exactly.
to know that.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I'll see if I can find that out, but I don't know. I don't.
I'm very disappointed. I'm very disappointed that that I expected it though. I expected when we talked about it. I
You
expected
did.
the disappointment. So I knew Kendrick was going to win, just like last year I was telling you about Not Like Us. Like I knew Kendrick was going to win, bro. I knew he was going to win. The man got 27 Grammys, I think now. Um,
Yeah,
I'm
the most,
proud.
the most.
I'm proud of
Yes.
the black man.
Yeah.
Proud of the young black man. I just don't believe he deserved it over the Clipse. So I will say congratulations, but for the Grammys moving forward, bro, they just never in touch with us when it comes to outside of the Grammys. It's always like the black guy or the rapper that we like the most. It's never like who touched the culture more. The Clipse touched the culture more with this album. Now, To Pimp a Butterfly, Get Kid, Mad City, damn, that's something different. Okay, we're talking about this particular GNX versus Let God Sort Them Out. The Clipse touched the base with us a lot more, and that album has more meaning for us than GNX does. But it's a bunch of party songs, and Kendrick partied a little more on this album than he normally do with these beats. I don't know. Shout out to Mustard, but it's just a lot of beats like that Cali swing, and I'm cool with that. But I just felt like Let God Sort Him Out should have won everything that Kendrick did. And it's no disrespect to Kendrick. I just think the Clipse had a better year. And the Grammys looked at it and said, we'd rather it be Kendrick than it be them getting everything because of what they stand for. Kendrick is universal. They strictly from the hood. We give them a little respect, but that's not what we want. We want this. We want drama. We want beefing. We want party songs. That's what GNX gave me. So while I'm happy for Kendrick Lamar, I'm not hating him because the man is talented and he deserves every rose he get. I just believe in this year, it should have went to the Clipse.
Before I go to Stan is chomping at the bit to get in here. So before go to Stan, I did look it up, and it says that the best rap song is more representing is focusing on the songwriters and the lyricists and the production, whereas best rap performance speaks on the technical performance. So it looks like that's what it's saying. The technical execution and delivery, excuse me. So best rap song focuses on songwriting and lyrics. Best rap performance honors the technical execution and delivery. So just to make sure we have a definition on file here. So I think going by that, I think that the way they nominated it was probably correct. Chains and Whips is a better honoring of like technical execution and delivery, whereas the better written song would be Birds Don't Sing.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah,
I'll accept that.
yeah.
I
I
still
think
think Kendrick shouldn't have beat him.
no, of course not, because there's no way in hell that TV Off is a better written song than Birds Don't Sing. That's not possible. Like, there's nothing about that that's possible. So they still got it wrong. But I'm saying the actual nomination in terms of Chains and Whips instead of Birds Don't Sing is probably correct for that thing. But it's obviously yeah. Stan, I know you're ready, man. Let's go. What you got?
It is astonishing to me. Y'all niggas are still bitching about the Grammys. The Grammys have been culturally irrelevant for like 20 years now, probably 30 years, probably since they even started acknowledging black hip hop music in the awards. This is why the Grammys don't mean shit anymore. And I'm going to explain why.
Okay.
Isaac Hayes III, son of Isaac Hayes, revealed that he has a vote. He's on the board that votes. The biggest voting group in the Academy is based in Los Angeles. It's been that way for the longest time.
There it is.
And basically, the way they vote is based on artists that are from LA or artists that live in LA.
Relevant. You got to be relevant in LA.
It's rigged. It's been rigged. Again, Kendrick is a great artist, but there's nothing that he did last year that should have won over the Clipse. And we all know that. But that's why, but that's what I'm saying. It's rigged. The awards are rigged. They don't mean anything. Isaac Hayes said that he voted for, when it came down to Rap Album of the Year, he said that he voted for Glorilla because he felt that Glorilla's album was more culturally relevant. That's why I don't give a shit about the Grammys. Mm-hmm. That right there is why I don't care. For anyone to come out and again, it's his opinion.
Yeah.
But to say that the album is more culturally relevant, again, which one is it? Are you guys rewarding culturally relevant music? Are you rewarding the art of it? What's the better project?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody with a functioning brain would say that Glorilla's album was better musically, artistically was better than God Sort 'Em Out. Hell, it's not even as good as GNX. And GNX gets a lot of hate on this fucking channel, and I don't really know why, because it's not that bad of an album. It's not great.
But listen to what you just said. You just said it's not that bad of an album. Like, I mean, what's that saying, bro? Like,
I'm just saying that it's not that bad. But my point is that nobody with a functioning brain that would say that Glorilla's album was better musically than GNX was better musically than God Sort 'Em Out. And again, I don't even know what else was nominated because again, I don't care.
Tyler the Creator was in there.
Wasn't better than that. I don't like Tyler the Creator. I don't like Tyler the Creator, but it wasn't better than that.
Wasn't better than what? I'm gonna make sure.
Was better than GNX.
Clearly, like without
but
question.
Again, but that's my point. For a voter to come out and say that I voted for this album and this is why, it had nothing to do with musically as well. Well, Glorilla's album was more culturally relevant. How? It wouldn't even. How? Glorilla is a terrible.
JID was in there too.
Yeah, and it wasn't better than that either. Again, which one is it? Are you guys rewarding the art or what's popping on TikTok? Mm-hmm. And that's been the problem. And that's been the problem with that stuff, and that's why I don't care about it. And that's why I don't think most artists care about it, because it's rigged. The awards are rigged. They're already predetermined who wins them and who doesn't. Everybody knew that Kendrick was going to win every rap album that was available because Kendrick Lamar is the acceptable rap star of this generation. He's the guy that everybody that's not in tune with the culture actually knows, which includes most of the voting block of the Academy. They're not culturally aware of what's going on within hip hop. They never have been. They don't have to be, and they never will be.
Yep.
There just aren't enough black faces in those rooms voting on this stuff.
And so that's why that in there need to know what they talking about, because ain't no way you gonna pick Glorilla over none of those three. JID.
This is what he said out of his own fucking mouth. Because he posted this shit he did this a few months ago and then released it after the Grammys came out, where he said, "Yo, this is why the Grammys go the way they go. This is what I voted for, because everybody else voted for Kendrick." And that's again the point that I'm always trying to make, and that's why to be disappointed would be to mean that I cared. So I can't say I was disappointed because I didn't care, because I knew how it was going to go. I knew that Bad Bunny was going to win Album of the Year.
Okay, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. I just want to stay on the rap side. We'll get to the Bad Bunny.
Well, yeah. I don't know anything about it because again, I don't care. I didn't follow who won with this. I just know the main album, rap album of the year was Kendrick. It shouldn't. Again, it should have gone to the Clipse. The Clipse should have won everything. The Clipse should have won that. I mean, I know they won song. I think they won Song of the Year.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, they won best rap performance for Chains and Whips, which is with
Okay.
Kendrick on the song. Yeah,
With Kendrick on the song, of course.
yeah, yep.
But again, it's a rigged awards. I mean, I hate to sound like the president, but it's a rigged. It's rigged. It's rigged. It's rigged. The awards are rigged and have been rigged for decades towards certain artists, depending on again who's popping at that moment. And I think it's sad because it used to. I guess it used to mean something. I don't know. Again, I don't know if Kendrick has these Grammys displayed in his house or in a fucking box underneath his basement. I couldn't tell you. If I had to lean towards the one, I think he probably has in a fucking box in his basement somewhere. But whatever, man. But I'm just that revelation when I read that is like, yep, that's why I don't care. That's why I don't care. That's why I don't like talking about it, because the awards are rigged, have been for years, and will continue to be as long as the voting, whatever the fuck you want to call it, the Academy is based in Los Angeles. The majority of the voters are based in Los Angeles. The voting group is based in LA. So they're going to lean towards LA artists and artists that are relevant in LA.
Okay.
And that,
Okay. All right. There's a lot of things I want to push back on both of y'all, honestly. But I'm going to start with Stan real quick. So you're saying that when you say it's rigged, so you're saying that they are just going to vote just for LA artists. That's basically what you're saying.
No, what I'm saying is that they vote for artists that are either from LA, live in LA, or are relevant in LA.
So if that would be the case, then we would be saying that an artist who is both popping in LA and is from LA would have a decisive advantage over everyone else in the category. Is that what you're saying?
Unless they're competing against somebody that's white.
Okay.
Yeah, usually if they're competing,
white,
unless they're competing against Eminem or somebody like that,
And this is across all boards, right? This is across hip hop, all of it. If you're from LA,
I'm talking about the hip hop side of it. Again, I'm talking about the hip hop side of it. The hip hop side of it is where that comes into play, and that's what he said. Isaac Hayes said that when it comes to the hip hop side of the award, it is very slanted towards Los Angeles, people who live in LA, people who are from LA, people who do West Coast style music. It's slanted towards them. That's not to say that every year at West Coast artist wins rap awards, because we know that's not true, because Killer Mike won everything a few years ago.
Yeah.
But if Kendrick is nominated, Kendrick's going to win.
He's going to win.
Okay. But see, here's the thing. I think that's less to do with the fact that he's from LA and more to do with the fact that he is just the guy right now. I think it has less to do with him being from LA. I think it's just the fact that he's the guy.
Yeah, but but Reggie, you can't be like that, because, like, I'm not just talking rap. I'm talking Grammys at this point. Like, Beyonce been the girl since 2010, and she just won Album of the Year last year.
Okay,
like, you being the guy doesn't matter. You being the top doesn't matter. It's who they prefer. It doesn't matter how good the music is. It really doesn't matter how hard you work. It's who they prefer, bro. Like,
But Kurt, hold on. But Kurt, now are we saying, because that's where I was going with Stan, but he said it was just hip hop, so I let it go. But you can't then go all the way to everything, because I just looked it up just now. Billie Eilish is from LA. And what happened last year? She got snubbed out of the Album of the Year for Beyonce.
So, yeah, because what we say about go ahead.
No, but it can't be a LA bias at that point, right?
No, well, at that point, right? Number one, Beyonce had crossed over. Remember, I said it's who they prefer. Beyonce, all that great R&B, Let Me Cater to You, Check Up on It. She won Album of the Year for a country folk album. Think about that, Reggie.
Yeah.
Because when she was saying, watch me when I check up on it, check on me tonight, they wasn't banging with her. But as soon as she said, Jolene, Jolene. They say album of the year because now we prefer her because she made preferable music that we like. Was Cowboy Carter the best album that year? Possibly. She really did do her thing in the album,
You did.
but she has better music in her catalog than that whole. She has better albums than that, flat out, like
That's
straight
fair.
up.
I'm just pushing back on the LA bias. Now, if it's just for hip hop, I would say I would want to look back. I want to pull up a whole thing of every single year and see if there's some correlation there. So I can't really go against that. I haven't done the research on that, so I can't say you're right or wrong on that. But I would just say if you're going all the way around, immediately my mind went, wait a second, like just last year, an LA artist didn't get the album of the year. So
Beyonce won album of the year last year because Jay-Z called the Academy out. That's pretty much what that was all about.
Yeah, it's possible.
That did happen.
That's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it was. Jay-Z called the Academy out in front of everybody.
Yeah.
And that's why she won.
I actually hate that he did that. I actually hate in hindsight that he did that because it made her win look kind of crazy. I wish he hadn't done that in hindsight.
No, it doesn't matter because it had to be said. And the reality is it had to be said.
I hate how it makes it look though. Yeah.
Man, it can look however you want it to look. The reality is how can you be one of the biggest artists in the world and not one album of the year when you've had projects that should have won?
Yeah, I mean, I can't argue with that. I can't argue with that.
Again, this is what I'm saying. It's all rigged. It's all whatever they want to do. It's not a merit based on what was the best project. It's just based on whoever they wanted to win. Whoever the poppin' artist is, whether it's mostly white, doesn't really matter. Just whoever it is they wanted to win is who wins it. You know, if it's this person, then this person is going to win. If it's this artist who might be 100 years old, this artist is going to win. Yep. Like I said a long time ago, gave up on it.
Okay.
And it goes, it is what it is. It's whoever they like and whoever they want to push and whoever they like. And it's not based on the art, not based on the projects that come out. I mean, Bad Bunny winning album of the year.
Hold on, let's get back. I want to have this conversation.
This is what I want to tell you. This is what I want to say. When I say is favoritism and preference, right? Billie Eilish had a better album than Beyonce last year. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm like we were saying, I thought Billie Eilish should have won that. But at this point in time, of course, it's because of you could say because of Jay-Z, but it was the music that Beyonce made.
Right, I got you.
Old white people is not listening to, they're not listening to Can You Keep Up? They're not listening to that, dog. Them old white people in California, they're not listening to Can I Cater to You? They're not listening to that. But when she said Jolene.
But that album, like while it had a country influence, that album was not a full country album, though, right?
Yeah, but what I'm saying, it was a Reggie. That's a country album. It's a bunch of it's a bunch of that in that album.
I mean, it also I got shooters in this gang. That's not country. There's plenty of songs that it's not country.
Her lyrics might not necessarily been country.
That song wasn't country.
Yeah, but
it had a country influence. The album overall had a country influence, but I can't say it's a pure country album.
Cowboy Carter.
Yeah, it was a Beyonce album. That's what it was. It was a Beyonce album. It was a Beyonce album. But it was a lot of country. It just had a country theme to it. It had a country theme to it, but it's a Beyonce album. Classifying it as a genre is a waste of time. With Beyonce, it's a Beyonce album. That's what it was. It was a Beyonce album with a country influence. That's it. It's not.
And that's why she won.
Well, again, she won because the album was more crossover appealing than Lemonade was.
That's what I'm saying, Stan. That's what I'm saying. You take the word for me. The crossover. That's what it was.
That's fair. I was just pushing back on the bias, the LA bias thing. I don't know. I had to go back and look at it. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying I had to go back and look at it. Going back to Kendrick for a second. I know we kind of went off track. Going back to Kendrick, right? I'm pushing back on you, Kurt, because to say, because you're almost implying that GNX was not as impactful to the culture as Let God Sort Them Out, and I can't agree with that. Like GNX was huge, man. GNX had big songs like Luther was one of the few songs that actually came out that stayed on the charts. Remember, I was talking about how like the charts pretty much was a bunch of songs from last year. GNX, like Luther had a song that actually stayed on the charts. Like I said, Luther was huge. Like TV Off, regardless of what I think of the song, it was huge. It was big. Like people was yelling mustard all over the place. And I thought the shit was trash, but the song was gigantic. And then when the Dodgers won the World Series, Dodger Blue started getting bumped. Like this album, bro, like it's gonna be looked at as a classic from the standpoint of the impact in the moment. I said from the impact in the moment. Hold on, from the impact in the moment, this album is going to be looked back on as a classic. When you take a look at what it was after the battle, right? And then all the other stuff I was just saying, like it's going to be looked at in the hindsight as a classic. The album, to say it wasn't as impactful as Let God Sort Them Out, I don't agree with that. I think it was very impactful in hip hop. And again, it came out at the end of last year, so it stayed impactful all this time. So I don't agree with
that. Let me say this.
Okay.
Birds Don't Sing is more relatable to every song on GNX combined.
I would agree, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about
you're talking about getting radio spins, and you're talking about people dancing to it, and you're talking about people having fun to it. I'm talking about quality of artistship. There's no way you can, as a black man, can listen to a lot of the stuff that Clipse said in that album and then listen to GNX and say, GNX is more relatable to me than this. See, and that's what the Grammys was supposed to be about. It was supposed to be about how do you come across to the people that you touch. Yo, a lot of those people just dancing to Kendrick Lamar, and they don't give a damn about GNX. They just dancing, turn the TV off, turn the TV off. That's probably the only song that they know. And a bunch of white people in the club dancing and turn the TV off. And that's the only Kendrick Lamar song they know.
But like, you don't think this album was impactful to black? You don't think GNX was an impactful album amongst black people? You don't think so?
Not like the Clipse. Like if you add the white people to it, and the Asian people and the Spanish people, then GNX, then Let God Sort Them Out doesn't stand a chance. Okay? Worldwide.
For sure.
I'm talking about in the projects. I'm talking about in the hood. For those that know, and see, the Clipse are an older crowd, they're an older group, so a lot of the younger people, but I'm talking about from the people that understand who the Clipse are and what they go to accomplish and how impactful it was and how they magnified it with the rollout. Bro, listen, dog. The rollout was probably in the hood. The rollout was as impactful as GNX. Like, let's keep it real. When they started doing the small desk and it was getting out there, like that was as impactful as GMX alone to our culture. But see, it's not our culture that's being represented. It's not our culture. It's Spanish.
It's never been.
You see what I'm saying? That's my point. When I say impactful, I mean like this album helped me get through stuff. Like, yo, I listened to Birds Don't Sing not too long ago. You know what I mean? You know, I've been going through stuff. I listen to Birds Don't Sing and I'm like, dang, I can't listen to nothing on GNX and get that feeling. So it's like, what are we really rewarding Kendrick for? Because more people like this song, more people like the album. That's all it takes. Is for more people to like the album. You could be the greatest artist and I could be the dumbest artist. But because more people bought my album or more people played my song, you get thrown to the side? No, bro. These people are supposed to be musical experts that can dissect and digest music on another level. So it shouldn't matter how many albums getting sold. It shouldn't, to be honest with you, it shouldn't even that they should just have a popularity category. Most popular rap song. Most popular rap album. Say that. Because then we can't argue with GNX.
Yeah.
But if you say best, Like, how is that? Like, you said the best album, not the most popular, not the most spins, but you're telling me the best album. This album, they're telling me that GNX was put together better than Cornucopia and God Let God Sort Them Out.
And JID.
So
God,
when you say best is different. Now, if we want to talk about most popular, Kendrick, you deserve that worldwide. But
yeah.
when you say best, you have to dissect the production. You have to dissect how the production plays with the bars. Now, does the bars go along with the hook? And is it all on the same subject matter? And is it presented to us greatly? That means it's the best. So impact shouldn't even matter. If you are a professional, impact shouldn't matter. Listen, when these scouts, when they do their draft, like when they draft young players, do you think they care about who the fans want? No, they're looking at who can rebound, who can block a shot.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So, while like look at Minnesota, the fans wanted LaMelo Ball, but they took Ed because that's the type of player that they needed. You see what I'm saying? Like when you say best, impact shouldn't matter.
It's hard for him impact not to matter a little bit though, Kurt. Like it kind of has to matter to an extent, bro. Like because impact is gonna dictate probably what gets nominated because there's probably some underground shit that we never even heard that might be better than everything up there, including Clipse for all we know.
What I'm saying is impact. I mean, okay, I'm not saying it shouldn't matter, but
yeah.
impact should be like a small category. It's like, okay, Kurt and Reggie, they both got top 10 albums of all time, and we don't know which one we want to put. They both lyrically spit, and they both got great production. They both got great hooks. They both dropped 5 mic albums. I don't know which one I'm gonna vote for. Then you say who had the most impact. When the music is even, like impact should have mattered between Cornucopia and Let God Sort Them Out because they both was monster albums.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? But then when you say GNX, but it had impact. No.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Stan, where you at, man? You look like you like.
I think we spent too much time talking about this shit. I'm ready to move on. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because it's nothing new. It's nothing new. That niggas is arguing about the same shit that's been going on since the 80s. This is what they've done. This is what they've done and treated hip hop since they brought up the first rap award that Will Smith and
Will Smith over Rakim, Big Daddy Kane, Cool G Rap, all these.
Yeah. So again, y'all niggas getting mad and having these fits about stuff that don't matter because it's what they've always done. It's nothing new.
They've always done.
It's nothing new. And again, that's why I stopped caring. And that's why I don't think awards in general don't really mean much nowadays because it's not based on, it's just based on it's a popularity contest. It's been that way for years. So it's nothing new. Like for me, it's like, I'm not surprised that Kendrick won every damn rap award wasn't surprising because he was nominated because he's popular. You know what I'm saying? And so it didn't bother me because I have to care about this shit to be bothered by it. And I already knew what was going to happen. Every year is the same thing. If it's not Kendrick, it was Eminem. If it's not Eminem, it's another dude. It's Drake. It is what it is. Yeah. It's a popularity contest.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
That's why the most honest award show in the world is the Teen Choice Awards, because we telling you we only giving you this award because a bunch of people voted for you, a bunch of fans voted for you. Like that's as honest as it can get.
Yeah,
we chose the fans. The fans chose you. They telling us the best song, and like
you can say
it's a popularity contest anyway.
Yeah, I think Billboard Awards goes by numbers, so you could look at that as well. But look, to be clear, like I'm saying that like the Grammys matter from the standpoint of like the Grammys aren't like championship rings. You know what I mean? It's not like how many rings I don't look at the Grammys like that. Because I know obviously Kendrick has the most Grammy wins of any hip hop artist. He surpassed Jay-Z. So we're not saying that now that all of a sudden Kendrick Lamar is better than Jay-Z. Heavens no, we're not saying that. But I do think it is an accomplishment to win that many awards. It's one of those things. It's kind of a feather in the cap, I guess, to have that many. And look, it's still looked at as music's greatest accomplishment. Like it is the Oscars
It is.
of music. It's the
It is.
Oscars of music, right? So you can't just toss it completely to the side. Now again, I'm not saying it's like end all be all. I'm not saying that, and for me personally, I look at the Grammys as number one, it's really just a celebration of music. Like when you watch the show, it's a celebration of music, and all these people in the same room, dope performances, which I'm gonna get to in a second. And that's pretty much what it is. And then the awards really is kind of just like it is what it is. It creates good musical conversation, which I live for. I love good musical conversation. So that's really how I look at it. It gets me exposed to more music, which I also like as well. So I like the Grammys
Right.
for that. I'm not saying that I think that it's that the way the awards are given out is fair. I'm definitely not saying that at all. I just think that for what it is, I just enjoy it for what it is. And that's kind of where I'm at on it. One thing I did mention when I actually did a video about the Grammys like a year ago, and I was saying that one thing I think that could change is that if you're a voter for the Grammys across all genres, you should be willing to sit down and do a live and take questions about it and say, yeah, I voted for G and X. What questions do you have? And then people can ask, just so you can see, put a face on it and say, all right, why'd you vote this way or whatever. I think that would help for sure. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at on it. As for like the general fields, we know Bad Bunny won best album, Billie Eilish got best song, and record of the year went to Kendrick for Luther. I feel like with our predictions, I feel like I told y'all Bad Bunny was getting album of the year. I told that was a lock.
You said that. You said it.
Yeah, that was a lock. I knew that's what was going down. The other two, I mean, I'm fine with it. I mean, Luther was a good song. Luther stayed on the charts. Luther was, I was fine with that getting record of the year. It wasn't my pick, but I was fine with getting record of the year. I was fine with Billy getting song of the year. I thought it was fine. Any issues? I know Stan didn't care about this. Stan's not gonna be pretty vocal in this part. But
Stan mad, yo. He ready to move on, bro. He ready to move on.
No,
I'm
still
moving on in a
wasting the time
second.
talking about this shit, bro.
I'm moving on in a second. So we gotta recap it, Stan.
Who the fuck cares?
You gotta recap. I was good with Billie Eilish winning. I don't care about. I can't say. I don't understand Spanish, so I can't say whether Bad Bunny has great music or not. I'm sorry. I apologize, but half of his music is in Spanish.
All of it, pretty much. I listened to the album. I just couldn't.
And now and again, like you'll hear an English word.
Yeah.
It'd be like "lupa da da baloo" in the club, "lupa da do da do da." Like you get an English word in there every now and again, but I don't. You don't know. Like I don't know Spanish, so I can't tell if he got good music or not.
He just does pop music. That's all it is. If you like pop music, you like him. That's all it is. He just does pop music. This shit is pop music, just in Spanish. It's trash, but again, if you like pop music, then that's for you. But regardless of what English, what language is in, that's what it is. He does pop music that I don't particularly care about. So great wrestler, but I mean, I don't really think he's much of a not much.
Yo, he's a good wrestler though. Hold up, yo, he is a good wrestler. Let's keep it real. He could be a luchador.
No, he's good. He's a good. Again, I'm sure he's a great entertainer. People like he's a great entertainer. Like when he came out for his wrestling match, I've never heard a crowd react that way. When he did his match in Puerto Rico,
he's a superstar, man.
Yeah, he's so good. But again, he won the award because he's performing in the Super Bowl this year. It's rigged. And so it's cool. Good for him. Again, I'm sure he's going to do great with the Super Bowl. And I'm sure all the people who say they're not going to watch it and hate watch it. I don't know why, because he's speaking a language I don't understand. I mean, Google Translate's available, people. If it's the language barrier, Google Translate is a very powerful
while
tool.
I'm watching the award.
I don't want to translate. Period.
I'm just gonna watch it and enjoy it, bro.
Again, that's all it is. It's like if you're bothered by the fact that this American citizen is speaking a different language than what you speak, then maybe you need to be educated on that.
I'm not really mad or you know what I mean. But I just feel like I can't enjoy it because I don't. You know what I mean?
Again, that's fine. Again, My problem is not regardless of whether we like his music or not like his music. Who gives a fuck? That doesn't matter. What my problem is that you don't like the fact that they selected him as the halftime performer because he's not an American. He's an American.
He is an American. Yeah.
Nah, I don't care
So
about
it's
that.
not
I
like,
don't care.
yeah, that kind of stuff is just this typical white fragility bullshit. But again, good for him. I hope he does great. Not my cup of tea, but I hope he does great. And I'm glad he won a Grammy for Album of the Year. Great for him. Not my cup of tea. But I'm not going to sit here and tell you that, oh, I can't believe the Bad Bunny. Dude, I don't give a fuck. Who gives a fuck? He's popular. Yeah, he's popular around the world. Again, the problem is so many people, their brains are not, they don't have the brain capacity to figure this part out. The world is a lot bigger than just America.
Fact.
America makes up 5% of the world. So there's a lot more going on outside of these borders. So Bad Bunny is appeals to a lot of people. Again, got no problem with it. Not my cup of tea, but I got no problem with it. I got no problem doing the halftime show. Good for him. But to get all up in arms about him doing this and he don't speak English.
Yeah, I mean,
you wouldn't speak English you wouldn't be speaking English right now if
you wasn't in America.
Let's not do a history lesson here.
Yeah, we gotta do all that.
Yeah,
you know, but yeah, I knew it was a lock, and I told you it was going, like, when he got the award, it was kind of feel good, which, as far as kind of like where we are in the country right now, seeing him get that award is going to be a good feel. So I thought I was fine with it.
Yeah, great. All it did is piss more people off.
That's fine. I'm fine with that too. The show in general, I thought it was a good show. It's a lot of good performances. Your girl Sabrina Carpenter toured down. I liked her performance a lot. I know she performed, like, was it last year? I wasn't that big on it, but I thought she smoked this year. I thought that was a dope performance. The D'Angelo tribute, A1, that was excellent. I loved that tribute. I thought I
was surprised that they tribute. You know, I was surprised about, like, they chose D'Angelo. Like, I didn't know D'Angelo like that.
Why wouldn't they? Literally, D'Angelo invented neo soul. Why would they? You know, come on now. This motherfucker invented neo soul R&B. Come on now. I had to pay tribute to him.
Yeah,
I didn't see it, so I can't tell you. I can't.
You got to watch it was dope. It's a dope tribute, man. They smoked that. That was really good. And Lauryn Hill and Wyclef was on stage together. Like, it was good, man. It was really dope. It was really beautiful, man.
How much they had to pay each of them to be on stage together?
Whatever they paid.
1.5. And we need it in cash.
Whatever they paid, it was worth it, man. I am far from a Post Malone fan, but damn, he smoked that tribute to Ozzy. That was phenomenal, man. I didn't even know he could get down like that. So that was really
you ain't know he had vocals like that?
I like that. I didn't know he had that. That was fire. That was fire. That was fire. Clipse did a good performance. I'm surprised he didn't do Birds Don't Sing, but it was still a dope performance. Tyler Creator had a good performance. So it was a fun show. I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. I enjoyed the show. All right, I know Stan is ready. So let's go ahead and move on here.